Now, let us begin our class with Brahmanad. Om. Om. Shanti. 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 Swastha. Good morning, children. Now let us discuss the remaining part of Unit 1 of the lesson The Open Window by Hector Hogg Munro, who is popularly known in his pen name Shaki. In our previous class, we discussed who received Frampton Nuttall when he visited the house of Mrs. Stapleton. You know the answer? When Frampton Nuttall visited the house of Mrs. Stapleton, he was received by the niece of Mrs. Stapleton named Vera, a 15-year-old girl. Clear? My next question is, why did Vera decide to play a prank with the visitor? Vera decided to play a prank with the visitor because she came to know the visitor had no knowledge about her aunt. If he knew anything about her aunt, he knew only by her name and address. That was the reason why she decided to play a prank with the visitor. And who was the visitor? The visitor was Mr. Nuttall or Mr. Frampton Nuttall. Now see how she made an imaginary story to frighten the visitor, Mr. Frampton Nuttall. Whatever was told to Frampton Nuttall was only imaginary. Please don't take it granted. This is not the truth. This is not the reality. Only an imaginary tragedy was narrated by Vera only to frighten the visitor, Mr. Nuttall, when she came to know that Mr. Nuttall had known nothing about her aunt, Mrs. Stapleton. Her great tragedy happened just 3 years ago. She said to Mr. Nuttall that her aunt's tragedy happened just 3 years ago. 3 years ago, there took place a tragedy with her aunt. Her tragedy happened just 3 years ago, said the child. Here the child refers to the niece of Mrs. Stapleton, Vera. That would be since your sister's time. You know, Nuttall's sister was living in a rectory of the same village some 4 years ago. Now, after the departure of his sister from the village of Mrs. Stapleton, the tragedy took place. Clear? Her tragedy, her great tragedy happened just 3 years ago. That would be since your sister's time. That would be since your sister's time. So, when the tragedy took place, his sister was not present in the village of Mrs. Stapleton. See, actually, his sister left the village of Mrs. Stapleton some 4 years before, but he was told by Vera, since your sister's time, that would be since your sister's time, Mrs. Stapleton's tragedy happened in some 3 years ago. Her tragedy? Asked Frampton. As a human being, when he was told about the tragedy of Mrs. Stapleton, whom he had made his visit, got surprised and asked, "What tragedy?" Somehow in this restful country, restful means peaceful. See here it is also written, restful means peaceful. Somehow in this peaceful country spot, rural area or village spot, tragedies seemed out of place, unusual. Usually we find accidents, we find tragedies taking place in big cities and towns. But tragedies seldom take place in rural retreat. So he said, "Her tragedy in this peaceful country spot seemed out of place. You may wonder why we keep that window wide open on an October afternoon." The window of the drawing room was open. So she said to Frampton Nuttall, "You may wonder why we keep the window of this room open on an October afternoon." Usually in the month of October, we get chilly wind, cool wind. We shut the doors to keep ourselves warm inside the room. So Vera said to Frampton Nuttall, "You may wonder why we keep the window of this house open. You may wonder why we keep that window wide open on an October afternoon," said the niece, indicating, showing a large French window. He showed while saying this to Frampton Nuttall. French window means a window, and outside window with glass panes. A window with glass panes, serving both as a window as well as a door. She indicated the window and said to Frampton Nuttall, "You may wonder why we keep the window open from dawn to dusk on an October afternoon," said the niece, indicating a large window that opened to the lawn. That window, that French window, opened to a lawn. You know, lawn means a piece of grass land. Frampton Nuttall said, "It is quite arm. That is the reason why I think you keep the window of the room open even on an October afternoon. It is quite warm for the time of the year," said Frampton Nuttall. "But has that window got anything to do with the tragedy?" At the same time, Frampton Nuttall asked Vera to know if the window has some connection with the tragedy. So he said, "Had that window got anything to do with the tragedy?" Then the self-possessed young lady of 15, the niece of Mrs. Stapleton, Vera, said, out through the window, 3 years ago, to a day, her husband and her 2 young brothers went off for their day's shooting, only to frighten the visitor, Mr. Nuttall. She made up her mind and created an imaginary tragedy of Mrs. Stapleton. So she said, one day, 3 years before, her husband means her aunt's husband, Mrs. Stapleton's husband, that means Bhaira's uncle, and two of his brother-in-laws, that means two brothers of Mrs. Stapleton, went for hunting, went for shooting. Shooting means hunting through that French window. Out through that window, 3 years ago to a day, her husband and her two young brothers went up for their day's shooting. They never came. They went 3 years before for shooting, but they did not return. They never came back. In crossing the moor, M-O-O-R, moor means a wasteland or a field. In crossing the wasteland or the field to their favorite snipe shooting ground. Here, snipe means a kind of bird usually found in a marshy land or wetland. A kind of bird found in marshes. In crossing the moor to their favorite snipe shooting ground, they were all three engulfed in a treacherous piece of bog. See, treacherous means what? Unreliable. Engulfed means surrounded, and bog means a piece of wetland. So what did she say to Nathaniel? They never came back. That means Mr. Stapleton and two of his brother-in-laws who had gone for shooting had not yet returned. Clear? They went some 3 years before, but till date they had not returned. They never came back. And when they went for shooting or snipe shooting, they went crossing the moor, crossing the wasteland, or crossing the field. In crossing the field to there, where did they go for shooting? They went for the shooting to a marshy land. In crossing the moor to their favorite snipe shooting ground, they were all three engulfed. As they went to a marshy land for shooting purpose, they were all engulfed. Engulfed means surrounded in a treacherous means unbelievable piece of bog. A bog means piece of wetland. They were engulfed. Or they were surrounded in a treacherous or in an unreliable piece of wetland. It had been that dreadful wet summer, and places that were safe in other years gave way suddenly without warning. It had been that dreadful wet summer, and when they went for snipe shooting to that treacherous piece of bog, it was the summer season. It was the summer. So it had been that dreadful means that fearful wet summer, and places that were safe. And during summer, places even marshy lands are safe. So they went for the snipe shooting to the bog or to that marshy land. And places that were safe in other years gave way means collapse or failed to resist. Gave way suddenly and without warning. As a result, my uncle and two of his brother-in-laws were engulfed in that treacherous piece of bog some 3 years before. and they did not return, they did not come back. And most unfortunately, that their bodies were also not found. That was the reason why my aunt, Mrs. Stapleton, thinks that they are still alive. Their bodies were never recovered. If they were engulfed in that piece of bog, their bodies would have been recovered. But their bodies were never recovered. That was the dreadful part of it. As their bodies were not recovered, that was the dreadful part of it. And this is the reason why my aunt believes that her husband and her two brothers who had gone for snipe shooting some 3 years before are still alive. Here the child's voice, here child refers to the niece of Mrs. Stapleton, Vera's voice lost its self-possession. She is self-possessed, you were told, calm and confident. When you are telling lies, time will come, you will lose your confidence. You will lose your calmness. As she was telling a lie, it was a lie, it was a blatant lie. No such tragedy took place in the family of Mrs. Stapleton. It was only an imaginary tragedy created by Vera, only to frighten the visitor, Mr. Nuttall. So she lost her self-possessed tone. Here the child's voice lost its self-possessed note and became falteringly human. Here falteringly means written, talked in a hesitating manner, and she started while narrating the incident in a hesitating manner, falteringly, falteringly, walking or talking in a hesitating manner. So, the voice of Vera lost its self-possession note and became falteringly human. Then she said, poor aunt, showing her compassion, showing her sympathy to her aunt, said, poor aunt. Poor aunt always thinks that they will come back someday. So, my aunt thinks that her husband and two of her brothers will return one day. And why does she think so? She thinks so because their bodies are not yet recovered. If they had been engulfed in that piece of bog, then their bodies would have been recovered, but their bodies were not recovered. So, my aunt thinks that her husband and her two brothers who had gone for snipe shooting to a marshy land will return one day. Poor aunt always thinks that they will come back someday. They and the little brown spaniel, here they refers to Mr. Stapleton and two of his brother-in-laws and their spaniel. Spaniel, you know, hunting dog. They had taken their hunting dog, their spaniel, with them. They and the little brown spaniel that was lost, that was also lost with them. The spaniel, that hunting dog, was also lost with Mr. Stapleton and two of his brother-in-laws, and walk in at that window just as they used to do. They will walk in the house, that window just they used to do. They had the habit, and what habit did they have? Whenever they went out of the house, they went out of the house through that French window, and when they entered the house also, they entered the house through that French window. That is the reason why my aunt, Mrs. Sepleton, keeps the French window of this drawing room open from dawn to dusk. That means from early in the morning till the setting of the sun in the evening. They and the little brown spaniel that was lost with them and walk in at that window just they used to do. We used to express the past habitual activity. So they had the activity, they had the habit. And what habit did have? To go out of the house through that French window and to enter the house through that French window. That is why the window is kept open. That is the reason why that French window is kept open every evening till it is quite dusk. That is the reason why the window is kept open till the dusk. That is why the window is kept open every evening till it is quite dusk. Poor dear aunt, she expresses her sympathy towards her aunt for her tragedy. Poor dear aunt, she has often told me how they went out. She has often told me that Mrs. Sepleton has often told Vera how they went out. Her husband, with his white coat, white waterproof coat. That means her husband, Mr. Sepleton, had taken his white waterproof coat over his arm. And Ronnie, another character. And who was Ronnie? Ronnie was the youngest brother of Mrs. Sepleton. He had also gone with Mr. Sepleton, with his another brother, for snipe shooting to a piece of treacherous bog. And Ronnie, her youngest brother, singing, "Butty, why do you bound?" as he always did to tease her. Tease, irritate. T-E-A-S-E, tease, irritate. Brothers and sisters also try to teach each other. Butty used to teach his sister, Mrs. Sepleton, by singing a statement. And what was that? "Butty, why do you bound? Butty, why do you bound?" And whenever Ronnie, the brother of Mrs. Sepleton, uttered this statement to his sister used to get angry, as he always did to tease her, because she said, Mrs. Sepleton said, it got on her nerves, She said it got on her nerves. That was the reason she was getting angry. She was getting irritating whenever her youngest brother, Ronnie, said to her, "Butty, why do you jump or why do you bound?" Do you know, sometimes on still, quiet evenings like this, that was also still, calm and quiet evening. Do you know, sometimes on still, quiet evenings like this, I almost get a creepy feeling. Creepy means depressed. Creepy. C-R-E-E-P-Y. Creepy means depressed feeling that they will walk in. That means Mr. Sepleton and two of his brother-in-laws walk in through that window. I don't believe that they are alive. Some 3 years ago, they had gone for snipe shooting. They didn't return. But my aunt, Mrs. Sepleton, thinks that they are alive and they will return home. And when they will return home, they will enter the house through that French window. That is the reason why we keep the French window open from dawn to dusk. That is the reason why when I think so, I feel creepy feeling. She broke off with a little shudder. She started with a little tremble, shudder, S-H-U-D-D-E-R. Shudder means tremble, trembling, shivering. Bhera, here she means Bhera. Bhera broke off with a little shudder. But it was a great relief for Frampton Nortel. It was a great relief to Frampton Nortel when the aunt, that means Mrs. Stapleton, came into the drawing room of the house. It was a great relief to Frampton when the aunt, Mrs. Stapleton, bustled, B-U-S-T-L-E-D. Bustled means walked into the room, that means the drawing room, walked into the drawing room with a wall of apologies. And when she walked into the drawing room, she entered with lots of excuses, lots of forgiveness, lots of apologies for being late in making her appearance or for being late to come to him. So she bustled into the room with a wall of apologies for being late in making her appearance. Now, let me ask you one or two questions. Why did she narrate an imaginary tragedy happened to Mrs. Stapleton to the guest Frampton Nortel? She narrated an imaginary tragedy of Mrs. Stapleton to the visitor, Mr. Nortel, only to frighten him. What did she say about Mr. Stapleton and his two brother-in-laws? She said that some 3 years before, to a day, Mr. Stapleton and two of his brother-in-laws went for snipe shooting to a treacherous bog. Then what had happened to her uncle and two of the brother-in-laws of her uncle? They were engulfed in that treacherous piece of bog. And what did Mrs. Stapleton think about her husband and her brothers who had gone for shooting? She thinks that her husband and her brothers who had gone for snipe shooting some 3 years back will return one day. That is the reason she keeps the French window open till the dusk. In our next class, we will go through Unit 2 of this lesson, the open window.